We're switching it up for unpacking today, and I have a guest for today. So we are going to be looking at a few things, right? Her life, her music, her journey so far in this industry as, you know, the talented musician that she is, where she's coming from. We are looking at that entire journey, and I'm excited to know, and I know you want to know too. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest is none other than Moliy. Hi. Cheers.
Hi, everybody.
Cheers.
I'm happy to be here.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Well, I was told you were coming in, and then I was so excited to see you because you're such an amazing talent. I mean, when we talk about purity and clarity of voice, you know, purity of talent, that's finesse, that's chef's kiss.
Ooh.
You've got it. And so yes, good job on being able to, you know, grow your talent up until this point. And then I'd also like to congratulate you for making it to Billboard's Top 100 for your song Sad Girlz Luv Money with Ray.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
I mean, I was like really ecstatic. Like it felt unreal, first of all. You know, I knew the song was great, but I didn't know it was that great. Like it was a lot of, you know, it was really unexpected and gave me like a huge boost of confidence, like to know like I'm on the right path, I'm doing the right thing. Completely matters what I'm doing. So I just have to keep doing it and be consistent.
Definitely. I like that. So with the Sad Girlz Luv Money, right? Do people ever come to you and ask which part exactly is yours? Because trust me, the first few times I listened to it, I had no idea there was anybody else on that song. It's true. Like truly. Don't you get that a lot?
Yeah, I get it. It happens pretty often. Yeah.
So are you able to show them, like, what's your reaction to that?
I mean, I give them the answer they're looking for.
Okay, great. Okay, so how did your summer go? I would want to know because I know, you know, summer, a lot of things happen during summer. The travels, meeting people and all of that. How did that go for you?
Mine was pretty cool. I think my summer really began in like June. I was on Apple Music's Juneteenth Freedoms playlist, so that was pretty huge. I was also Spotify's Equal Artist, so I had a billboard in Times Square. So my summer was pretty eventful, you know.
I like that. I like that for you, really. Yeah. I do. So did you meet anybody, you know, in all of your summer doings? Did you meet anybody that you'd want to make music with in the future?
I don't think so. I think I was pretty much on a mission, doing stuff I was supposed to do. I wasn't really outside, you know, meeting people. So now I'm back and I'm outside. And now I'm meeting people.
Outside.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to you meeting new people and making more music. So, but before that, right, before we get into making more music with other people, take us through your music journey. How did Moliy start? How has Moliy been able to push through till this point?
Right. So I first released my first single. That was in 2018. It was called Johnny. I kind of only released it on SoundCloud because that was the only free platform that I knew of. So it was there for like a year over and had accumulated about 2,000 streams. But, you know, in that period, I was actually still actively recording. I just did it just to see. Obviously, nothing really happened, but then I was still kind of, you know, preparing for what would be my first EP. I didn't know it at the time, but then I had someone reach out to me through one of the producers I was working with. His name was Yusuf Yani. He had heard like Johnny. He was like, this song is really good, but like, I'm just gonna wait a while and then reach out, you know, to me. And then he finally did. So when we connected, then we ended up releasing the Wonder Girl EP. Now I had someone to kind of show me the ropes on how to properly like release
Which was
music.
in 2020.
Yes, 2020.
So it took 2 years.
It took 2 years.
But Johnny is on the Wonder
Girl
because
I'm like, I'm not just gonna leave that song in the past. Like people need to hear it, and it's really funny actually because people actually come up to me like, yo, I love that record. It's one of my favorites. So I'm like, it's a good thing that I decided to re-release it.
Yeah. I think it's a good thing too because then it doesn't make the song just completely fizzle out, right? At least it's part of the body of work, the Wonder Girl EP. Is there a reason you titled it Wonder Girl EP, being your first?
Because I kind of wanted to come up with a persona of myself that people can, you know, tie to me. And I thought that was like just the perfect word for it.
Okay. Now, since your release of that EP, you've had other songs and then your EP as well, which is the Mahogany Street, right? Which of your songs so far stand out to you?
To me?
Which one and why?
I would say out of my release records, what stands out is 9 to 5. Just because
I was going to ask you about 9 to 5. No, because like when I listen to 9 to 5, I could just relate to it. But you continue, I'll still ask you.
That's the thing. Like a lot of people can relate to it. And it was just like basically me ranting about like life, and I just don't want to work for anybody. Like I still want to make bread. Like I want to just own my place, find my place, own it, and not let anybody or anyone stop me. So it's just so much energy into that song that needed to be like released.
And you feel it.
Yeah.
You feel it. Guys, if you haven't listened to 9 to 5 yet, make sure you do. And trust me, what I felt, you feel, or you even feel it more, okay? Let's talk about your sound and your music. What influences your sound? Because you have a unique voice. I'm sure you've heard it so many times, but it stands out to me when I hear you sing. I'm like there's something, right? What has influenced your sound over the years?
I mean, a lot of really incredible artists. That's one, because I see like an amazing artist. I see them perform a beautiful song, and it just draws me in. And then I crave to kind of do the same thing for myself. Also, I feel like music is like really therapeutic to me. So a lot of it is like real. A lot of it is real, and it's a great release for me. I would say another thing that inspires me is just life on its own, my own experiences, the experiences of those that are really like close to me. I can literally like grab inspiration from anywhere around me.
And everywhere.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, now being a dual citizen, Ghanaian, American, how has that helped, people accept you? Because, sometimes when female musicians are coming up, they say that it's difficult. You know what I'm talking about. It's so difficult. But, I mean, you're in Ghana now, you're doing your media runs and everything. How do you think having dual citizenship has, helped it make it easier for people to accept you and to draw you in? And if at all, is it even easy?
Nothing is easy. Nothing good comes easy. I think people from Ghana here, I would say, would point me out to be, a Brofufo. They don't think. They don't think. They don't know I was born here. They don't know I was raised here. They don't know I went to school here. So it's like I have to kind of remind people it's every single like opportunity that I can that I'm from here. And yes, my music is different. It's not completely for the Ghana market. It is, but it's also not, because my inspirations come from all over, not just here. But, I'm not going to let that intimidate me or stop me. I feel like at some point, they're going to have to accept me. I don't give up easy, so.
Which you shouldn't. No, don't give up easily at all.
No.
Now, you did mention that it hasn't been easy, right? What's the most difficult thing you have had to do? Especially in Ghana as an artist? In relation to your music?
In relation to my music, the most difficult thing was like overcoming, doubts, overcoming fears, because people will literally like put their limitations onto you, and if you let it rub off, it will stick with you. So like somebody would say like, listen, Molly, like the type of music you're making here, like it's not going to sell, it's not going to do. And to me, I'm just like, okay, maybe right now no one has done it. Maybe people are waiting for someone to do it. So to let those things like rub off my shoulders and keep like persevering, that was like one of the hardest things. But now that I was able to do that, I just feel like nothing really can really can change my mind right now.
I get that. I feel you. Okay, so with that said, looking if you have to rate your music, right, and how receptive people have been of it on a scale of, should I do 1 to 100 or 1 to 10? Okay, let me do 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you say people have received your music, especially in Ghana?
I'm gonna give it a fair 7. Because I don't even know if it's a thing about acceptance anymore, more so about timing. timing, and if you think about it, I really started releasing music in 2020, and I think I've managed to accumulate a lot of fans and meet a lot of people. I'm sitting here doing music, like not a lot of people get this opportunity. So is it really like acceptance, or am I just going at my own pace?
Okay, you said 7. What will push it to a 10?
Me, I want to be able to headline massive shows here. Okay. So if I can, have a show, pull my own crowd, like massive crowd, then I know, like, okay, yeah, we're getting somewhere.
That's true. That's true. But are there any plans that you're making to headline a show in Ghana?
If I do, it will probably be my own show, but it would take some things to put it together. But right now, I'm doing a listening party for my upcoming project, Honey Doom. So that's gonna be cool. But
which we are going to talk about very, very soon.
Yeah, but I'm hoping the project does amazingly well, and that way I could possibly do a show in December.
Okay. Yeah. Great. That's really close. No, you know how you said it will take a while.
To me, that's time. That's time to me.
3 months. But that would be really good. I'll be looking forward to a show like that. I'll be looking forward to a show like that. Anyway, okay, so Honey Doom.
Yeah.
The name, I like it. It stands out. I think, should I even say you're ethereal, you're surreal. Like there's just something that you can't exactly pinpoint.
That's the Wonder Girl effect.
The Wonder Girl effect, which I agree to, because with all of your titles, I mean, there's Mahogany Street, there's now Honey Doom, we have Wonder Girl, there's all of your other songs, Johnny, there's 9 to 5. I listened to another one this morning. Oh. Wait, I'd have to bring up the name later. But yeah, with all of your songs, I realized that you pour out your heart into it. What different thing or what addition are we going to be having on Honey Doom?
I mean, we all know I already do that. I'm super honest with my music. But I feel like this time I'm kind of doing it in a more aggressive way. My opinions are really out there, and it feels super outspoken, just compared to the girl I was many years ago. It feels like I'm really bearing my scars, leaving them out there for the world to see.
How many songs do we have on Honey Doom?
It's 8 records, but 7 new ones, because there's already one on it, Love Dog, that was previously released. That's gonna be on it.
Okay, that's gonna be on it. But 8 songs. Let me just ask. Someone to say, why don't you just
make it an album?
Exactly.
Because it's an EP.
just for that.
But
do you have, if today you say that, I'm going to release an album today, how many songs would you have on that album?
I would say 14 plus.
Okay.
Not more than 16.
Nice. Now, with that said, that means that the songs are already there. So take us through your writing process, your writing style, in choosing what song you want to put on an EP or on an album. And then also, what is a studio time for you like?
Okay. So I usually start by getting myself a drink. And then I pull up to the studio, usually with Mike Mills or with Zodi. And sometimes I already have a song idea in my head, so I just go and be this is what I want to create. It may not even be a lot of words. It could be 1 line, 2 lines, but I know this is the idea I'm going for, so we can create around it. And then other times I receive instrumentals. Okay. So then when that happens, I usually go and lock myself away, because this is the funny parts of being an artist, just blurting out melodies and whatever comes to your head, almost like a freestyle, but without words. So you get the melodies, pick out your favorite ones, and then you fit the lyrics into it. So that's mostly my process, I would say.
Okay. For Honey Doom, right? Did you put any extra thought in choosing a name?
Yeah, I feel like it really stuck with me.
Because Honey and Doom,
Honey
I'm asking
and Doom.
Yeah, it's separate. It's just
felt
two separate
right
things.
Because I got out of like a really long-term relationship
Okay.
that like totally traumatized
Okay.
me. Like I don't trust men. I don't want to date.
You don't trust men
I don't
anymore.
want you. Like I like being single. For now though. For now I'm okay, like with myself. I just need some time to like I'm healing. But I need
Which is
more
very
time.
necessary.
It's so important.
It's very important because I feel like when you go through the heartbreak and you jump into the next one, it's just like you're using the next person. So just
you
take
really
all the
are.
time.
You really are. You're just looking for companionship, and then you just toss the person aside after you
and
get
not
what
for the
you
person's
need.
sake, for your own selfish reasons. So it's really important to take that time off. But did that affect your music in any way?
It's influenced. It's inspired.
Okay.
It's inspired how it's inspired Love Dog. I think Love Dog was the last like heartbreak song that I wrote. But then after that, it started getting like more, started getting more aggressive, like more demanding, like demanding what I want out of love and what I want out of a partner. And you know, I'm not willing to accept less. Like that's just my mentality.
Which you shouldn't.
So that's the energy that's coming into the music.
Please don't. Don't accept less, because I mean, you know yourself, you know your worth, you know what you offer, what you bring to the table, quote unquote, right? So yeah. So aside Love Dog, right? Which is your favorite song on that EP?
I would say Freak. And I'm gonna say this.
Freak.
Yeah, it's called Freak. What do you think of when you hear Freak?
When I hear Freak, I hear Freak. That's what it is.
You're trying to play it safe with these answers, but to me, like obviously me, if I heard Freak, like if I see Nicki Minaj Freak, I know it's gonna be a freaky song. But this is like kind of like the opposite. It's actually more conscious. And to me, that was my way of like speaking out against like domestic violence against women. Before you ask. I'm gonna take the question out of your mouth. No, I didn't personally. I was not personally a victim. I have people really close to me who have struggled with it, and I feel like just witnessing how difficult it is to come out of it, like it's actually really hard. And I feel like women who suffer from that, they need all the support they can get. They need to know that like, yo, you can actually come out of this. Like, no, this is not the only way for you. Like, don't feel like you're stuck. So it's like, I'm just using my voice. Because
I feel how you're able to, you know, feel their pain. Because you know that when they go through it, one thing that happens with victims of domestic violence is they are not the only ones going through it. It has a ripple effect on everybody around them, especially if you are extremely close to them. It's terrible for everybody. So I like that you've done this.
Like
I really
you're
can't
a
wait
mother
to listen.
and you have kids and they are witnessing you going through that, like that trauma will stick with them. Probably they're gonna grow up and feel like it's an acceptable kind of love to have to be with someone like that. So we need to like rewrite the scripts. We need to have more conversations. You know, I just feel like it's important. So using my voice while I can.
Please do. Please do. And I can't wait to listen to the whole EP. But which Ghanaian female musician are you looking to feature on future bodies of work?
I love Ifya. Ifya is amazing. It would be really cool to do something with Sina, you know, Asi, a Sophie, Dakwa, there's some Baba J. Like there's so many upcoming female acts that are really incredible that I'm really looking forward to getting in the studio with.
Okay. I like music, and so when I hear good songs, I reverberate with those ones.
Oh, now, Real Boss. I forgot that one.
Real Boss, yes. Real Boss is also
Chef's Kiss.
Chef's Kiss? Which of your achievements so far stand out to you? I mean, you officially started, you said in 2018. That's when you released your first song and all of that. So looking down 4 years into it, which of your achievements stand out to you so far?
I mean, obviously, Girlz Luv Money was like worldwide. That was like way bigger than anything I had done prior to that. So that's been the peak so far.
So far?
Yes.
Moving on from Sad Girlz Luv Money, I want you to project.
Yeah.
Which of the songs on Honey Doom will do as good as Sad Girlz Luv Money did? I'm
gonna say Freak.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should listen to Freak. Yeah. Really, because that's the only one you keep picking out of this Honey Doom album. It's
really like special to me, and usually when I feel that way about a song, it does really well.
Okay, so with your release, with the South African artist?
Moonchild.
Yes. How soon should we be expecting that?
So that's coming out on the 7th of October.
Okay.
But the project itself is going to be out on the 19th.
Okay. So is that song on the Honey Doom album as well?
Yeah. It's like the first single of the project.
Okay. So are you going to be releasing the singles before you release the EP?
I think that's the only single.
That's the only single?
Yeah.
How did it happen? I want to know, how did that come about?
So I had the song. I had the original version, which was, you know, just me on it. I thought it was really good, but then like my team and I were also trying to see how we could maximize and who would be like a great fit for it. And my manager is actually, she works very closely with Meister.
Okay.
So
you guys couldn't find anybody in Ghana to feature on the song?
So.
Any artist in
like
Ghana to feature on the song?
Sometimes you reach out to people and maybe their schedule or whatever. You know, sometimes it really matters on what the person is.
Was there that?
To be frank, the genre of this song, when you hear it, maybe you will understand why we went for someone like that. If it was a different song, maybe more Afro-based, I could think of multiple artists I would be able to put on it from here. Okay.
Now, I was asking about you not finding anybody in Ghana because I want to talk about Mahogany Street. Right? Which touches a bit on you finding your roots and all of that. How are you able to put your bodies of work together, you know, to choose? Because to me, it seems like, okay, the titles have an effect on the songs, like the EP titles, right? Because then there's some link in there some way, somehow. How are you able to piece everything together? I'm asking this because, you know, other artists come up with an album title or an EP title, and then it's just different songs in there. You can't find any connection. I don't know if you get what I mean. But yeah, how do you do it?
Well, I have help, obviously. But then I think this name came to me really like quickly because we knew we were trying to create a project that would affirm to people more, like that I'm from here and that my sound is inspired from here and stuff like that. And I felt like what's the best way to do that than, you know, put my street name on it. So that's actually the street name of where my home is.
Where you live.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. I like it. Okay, so which of the songs, 2 songs, just give me 2 songs that you featured on that you love so much, apart from Sad Girls Love Money?
Oh, I really love the one with Budge and Melissa. That song is so cool, and even the way it happened was so much chemistry, so much good vibes. And I also really like my previous, my most recent feature, the one with Ogrania, Ecstasy. So fire.
That's also so fire.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So with all this, are you looking to, you know, in which way, let me rephrase in my head. In which way are you looking to push, you know, Ghana music? Because you know that in recent times, there's this whole narrative of Ghanaians can do better with their music. Ghana music is not as out there as Nigerian music is. Nigerians are pushing more than Ghanaians are pushing. Nigerians have more international recognition than Ghanaians do, right? So how are you looking to contribute to Ghana's music space by pushing the song? Which ways?
By pushing my songs?
By pushing, your music. I mean, as a Ghanaian.
As a Ghanaian, like how am I going to push?
Exactly. Which ways are you looking to making sure that your song is out there, you know, international, and that you're able to mount,
recognized as a Ghanaian.
Exactly. You're able to mount certain stages, you know, the privileges that Nigerian musicians have, even with their up and coming artists. Like we just see them come up and boom, they're gone.
Well, that's a tough one, but you know, I don't know. I'm just gonna do the best I can do. I'm gonna try and make the best music I can make. Try and make the best connections I can make, you know, from here. And obviously, when opportunities come, leave the door open for those behind you, you know, from Ghana. I think it's really that simple. It's as simple as, you know, connectivity, everyone supporting each other. Like, I know I want to push myself forward, but it's going to be hard doing that on my own. So I want to think that, yes, I'm pushing my own music, but I want to believe that, you know, people from here are going to support me in doing that. I can't do it alone.
Definitely.
You know, I can only do my best.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to keep doing.
Please do. Please keep doing that, because it in all honesty, it has to be a collective effort. A lot of these things just stress me a lot when we have to talk about. It's true, when we have to make that comparison, listen, between Ghana and Nigerian music. Because you see a Nigerian artist who has just, you know, you literally just know one song for the person, and then all of a sudden the person is mounting stages doing performances, and you're like, what are we doing?
I really wonder, but then again, you don't know.
You wonder that too,
you
don't
know
you?
what they're doing. Like, I have no clue. I have no clue how, like, I can just wake up one day and all of a sudden, Rema is totally talented, by the way. I'm not saying this in any kind of negative, but he literally blew up overnight. Like, what's the formula? Is it money? Is it money? Is it knowing the right people? Or, like, I have no clue, but we're going to figure it out. We're not going to be left behind, I can assure you of that.
And change the narrative.
Period.
Definitely is so important.
Period.
So let's talk about Melissa. Right? Do you guys have any? Is there a way? She's your sister, right? Is there a time that there's any conflict when it comes to music choices? What you want to do, what she wants to do? I know you're two individuals, but you know sometimes you may probably want to feed into what she's doing, and she wants to feed into what you are doing. Does that ever come up?
I mean, yeah, it does come up. We're very expressive, you know, like, I'm not afraid to tell her how I feel. She's not afraid to tell me how she feels. So if I'm doing something, I may not always know if I'm stepping on someone's toes, but I know that if it's made aware to me, I do everything, like, my power to just, like, fix it. And she's the same. So I feel like we're very compatible in that sense. God knows why he brought us together as sisters, because we're very understanding towards each other, so I don't think there'll ever be a real conflict.
Do you plan on having a song or an album?
I actually have a song with her on my next project. Just gonna put that out there.
Okay, that's nice. So would you come up with an album? Let's say sisters, I mean Moliy, Melissa doing their thing on an album or on an EP?
Hope so. Fully? I hope so that we get to do that. Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking forward to the Honeydoom, to listening to all of the songs, and then listening to your favorite, Freak, as well. Guys, do let us know.
Take it in, read the lyrics.
Soak it in.
Yes.
I'll do that. I'll do that. You said it's coming in October,
19th.
Right? 19th October. Okay, sure. Guys, you had it all from Moliy. I enjoyed this conversation. Thank you so much, Moliy.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed it. Thanks for, pouring it all out on Unpacking. I hope you enjoyed it. Now you can get in touch with us on our socials. So remember to do so. This is Moliy. Moliy, wait, before you go.
My socials. Y'all need to get my socials.
Yes, exactly.
So it's Moliy Music, Moliy Music. So it's just Moliy with an I. Sometimes people email me, they'll be like Moily and things. But
they'll be like what?
Moily. Like they put the I before the L.
Oh.
I'm just like, no, it's Moliy. So guys, that's me. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming.
It's been a great pleasure.
Thanks for coming. Thanks so much. Cheers.
Okay, bye guys.
Now I can drink.
Yeah, true word.
We're done.